making your sound better.
Hi there guys, this is Reddit Roman from AA Production. In this video I want to present you this great electro house, EDM FL Studio project that we have prepared for you together with the rest of the AA Production team. And first of all, I'm going to play you the whole FLP that you will be able to download, and you will find the link in the description of the video. The compressed file contains all of the samples and presets and of course the FLP, so be sure not to miss that one. So playing you the FL Studio, this particular project in 3, 2, 1 now. Just amazing. I really like this one. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's take a at the playlist first. Here you can see quite a lot of effect samples, but basically they are just repeating themselves. Here is some claps with reverb. Here are some impacts that are adding the atmosphere to the breakdowns mainly. Here are some risers that I should connect to a channel. Here is a snare buildup. It sounds like this, and it's cool. So yeah, here are just kicks layered with claps, so they have like bigger punch. And here comes some extra percussion, cymbals, claps, snares, whatever. It's not an important. Let's divide the project at 3 parts. The first is the breakdown part, quite short. Ends at the beat number 10. Number 9, this part is the build-up part that is building the atmosphere for the drop, and this part until the end of the track is the drop part. Also divided into 2 parts because this one is more like simple, introducing the drop, and this one is the more like wide and big because there are some extra leads such as this one, and extra sounds and percussion such as the claps and cymbals and stuff. You can see that the drop is also supported by these white noise lines that are already sidechained, these samples. So yeah, that's just to make them more brighter, make the drop more brighter and more interesting to hear, to listen. So yeah, let's take a look at the breakdown, which sounds like this. You can hear that it is made basically by 3 different layers: the lead sound, the bass sound, and the chords, which are already filtered, which makes the rising up effect. So let's take a look at the lead sound. That is a really simple plug with some, EQing, some reverb, a bit of compression to make it more plucky and to make the click more obvious. And here's just a simple sub bass also with a short body, so it's more like plug based, not long continuous notes. And here are the chords. I used a bit of stereo shaper to make them more like wide, to make them more stereo separated. Here you can see is used internal equalizer and also some extra other EQ. The most important thing here is the chord progression, which sounds really nice and smooth. And it just flows well, and it's really nice to listen to it. The build-up is not that complicated. You can see that it is made by the sounds from the drop, which are just filtered, and also non-sidechain, because the sidechain kicks right when the drop kicks, and they are just repeating themselves, in shorter and shorter sections, which is a great trick to build the atmosphere for the drop, to really like make this repeating effect. You can hear the filter is opening for the lead sound. You can hear it really clearly, which is cool. And yeah, let's take a look at those sounds. Here is the lead sound. The really important part here is doing this, or work here is doing this FLP Saturn. Because it's an awesome tool and I love it and I'm using it all the time. But what is also important, that the Saturn is not on when the build-up comes. It kicks in right when the drop comes. So it gets even more power when the drop is in the game. Here it sounds a bit weak, but the full potential of the sound is opened right when the drop comes. And yeah, let's take a look. Sorry, what here we have also some equalizers, reverb, kickstart. Basically the Saturn is doing, and of course the patches. The patch is perfect. It's really cool. So yeah, chords and basses. Sorry, right here. Three sounds, routed to three individual channels, routed to one submix channel. In our case, this is send number 100, and there is an SSL compressor applied on the submix to glue the individual sounds more together, and also this stereo imager to make the mid-low section a bit wider, which is quite unusual but sounds good, and also to make the top band a bit wider. Those sounds are not that affected individually, just a slight EQ, and the chords progression is following basically the bass sound. But as you can hear, there are sounds in there. Which are useful for leads and for bass sounds. They are just like universal, or they are just sounds that can be applied anyhow you want. So you just don't have to use your lead patches to your lead sounds only. You can move them an octave or 2 octaves or 3 octaves down and make them bass sounds, or make them just mid sounds. And here you can hear the bass. In our case, just a simple sub bass. which adds the low frequencies to the drop. And yeah, last thing is this. Plug that is already, you can hear it already in the break, but here comes, you know, the kickstart on it also is applied in the drop, and the melody is a bit more crazy, such as, you know, you can hear these like really chopped notes, and this lead is just supporting the you know, main lead of the drop in the second half of the drop to make it more, as I already mentioned in the beginning, to make it more interesting and brighter and just fun to listen. Even though it's not that loud, it still adds something extra to the drop, which is so important. So also just this creates just one more tip, and the tips means that you know, just always try to add something extra, and always try to not to be boring, because without this sound it would just sounds identically to the first half, plus, you know, some of the percussion. But with this sound, it sounds really like you spend more time on the track, and the listener like isn't bored listening to the track, and more likely will download it and add it to his MP3 player, or even better, play it in the club or whatever else. So yeah, I think that's about FLP. On the master channel, I have this Pro Q2 just to play with the frequencies a bit. Also, I added these REQ6 by waves to play with the frequencies even more, and I raised up the volume by this Fruity Balance, because there was enough of headroom. You know, the track was created a bit like in lower volume, so it's not that squashed, but I raised it up again at the end of the producing session. So yeah, that's basically the master channel, and of course this FabFilter Pro L that I'm using all the time. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to download this FL Studio session with all samples and presets used inside, and also don't forget to comment, subscribe or like, and yeah, have a nice day and take care. Bye.